Hello, friends, what is going on? I am NumbNexus, bringing you guys back what is going to be, you already know what it's going to be, the saga talking about Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, the abbreviated terms LGP, LGE, don't let anybody else say otherwise. That's just what we're going to go by, alright? Of course, guys, let me know down in the comment section below. Of course, if you guys are Team Eevee or Team Pikachu, by all means, let me know. It's a tough one because initially when the titles were trademarked and, you know, this whole leaker was talking about all this stuff, I was Team Eevee, but I'm going to be Team Pikachu now. I'm a floater, which is crazy too. Before we actually talk about the video, guys, there was a leak on April 1st and I made a video about that. And I only make videos, like I said again, about those quote-unquote leaks and rumors and stuff like that, because if it looks real and it sounds real and it's plausible and, you know, and it can be backed up, then I'll go along with it. And I remember I actually made a video about that, and a lot of people said, hey dude, this is not real, it's posted on April 1st. That dude's fucked, because all that information is accurately true. All that shit is true. Guys, we're gonna sit down and talk about this, of course. Hit that like button down below, guys, for Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. They come out this year. So, and this is going to be a video of me telling you guys everything you need to know about the game, everything that we know so far. So you can see on screen right now more Q&A details with the conference with Masuda. You will not be able to evolve your partner Pokemon, but you can catch other Eevee/Pikachus that you find in the wild. So the thing that you actually did not know about this is your starter Eevee and your starter Pikachu, they cannot evolve. They just cannot. Absolutely does not matter what. And they can't evolve because you can see on screen here, it is because of the character customization. The Pokemons, being your starter Eevee and Pikachu, they have character customization, and it seems to be like it's only those mons. At least we know of right now. It seems to be only the Pokemon and your starter Pokemon can be customized, and not actually the trainer itself and what they can wear. Which, that's a little unfortunate, but at the same time too, it's kind of like a retelling. It's an inspiration of Pokemon Yellow. Pokemon channel said themselves on their Twitter that is an inspiration. So, and you guys will be seeing a lot of tweets and Twitters and stuff like that on this video, because that's all the information that we can get is everything from Twitter. Everything was put on Twitter today. So, like I said again, the Eevee and the Pikachu can be character customized as well. So it's really cute. I like it. I mean, you can do any design you want for it. I'm 100% with it. I went into these games thinking that, wow, we're going back into Kanto. I'm honestly not with it, and now I'm honestly with it, dude, because I love Pokemon Go. Which is the third thing we're going to be talking about. This game is insanely like Pokemon Go, to be on screen again. This game has insane Pokemon Go integrations. You hold the nunchuck, you throw the Pokeball at the actual Pokemon, and the animation of you actually holding your little Joy-Con. I said nunchuck, sorry, I'm stuck on the Wii. The Joy-Con, and you throw that, the animation of you actually throwing the Joy-Con, well, it's in your hand, but you're doing the animation of it. That will actually interpret you to throw a Pokeball against the Pokemon, and so forth. Kind of like Pokemon Go, where you flick up on your phone. It's really cool as well because they actually have a Pokeball that can be used to be thrown at the Pokemon, and that Pokeball works like a Joy-Con. So yes, if you actually go out of your way to buy that Pokeball and use it, which you're high if you're not, then by all means it works like a Joy-Con. So it would basically, you know, it contrasts as your controller, which that's crazy, dude. They definitely went above and all out with this. The leaker also said as well that this game is going to have insane Pokemon Go integration. And I know when a lot of people heard that, they were not about it. Whereas here we are now, and a majority of people are about it. But then again, we're also in the hype wave right now. It hasn't been a full 24 hours since we've actually had this information. So I feel like you have to sit down, let that info sit, and we'll see where it goes. Not to mention, as you can see from a man's here, where it says they haven't locked down on how experience from capturing Pokemon / trainer battles will be distributed evenly or per Pokemon. It has not been locked down. No additional details about Z moves or Mega Evolutions in Let's Go. That was only specified because there's Alolan forms in there. The controls for catching Pokemon in handheld mode will have you moving the console around and pressing a button to throw. No touchscreen, and the gyro part is required. And then there's also a Pokemon Go event where you have Ash Pikachu cannot be transferred to Pokemon Let's Go. So initial Pokemon Go only events cannot be transferred into Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee. Since the two can contrast and link up together, you actually can transfer mons between one another. And it's also confirmed as well there's a brand new Pokemon that's actually going to be coming. And it seems like it's going to be coming from Pokemon Go, and you can take it from Go and put it into Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. I'm not really sure what it is. It is confirmed to be an absolutely brand new Pokemon. We just don't know what. And I'll probably talk about another video because Gen 8 was even more confirmed. To let all of you guys know, at E3 last year, when Ultra Sun Moon was announced, they also talked about they're working on a core Pokemon RPG game. This game is not the core RPG Pokemon game. That game that talked about at E3 is coming out in 2019, and that was added on to in the conference that happened today. That game that they talked about at E3 is not the game that we're getting today. I can't stress that enough. A lot of people think that it is. It's not. This game is more like a remake. It's an inspiration for Pokemon Yellow, and if anything, it'd be more classed like a remake. It is not a core RPG game. There's no HMs in Let's Go games as well. There is any Pokemon that's large enough in Let's Go will automatically ride. So essentially, if it's big enough in Let's Go, you can automatically ride it. They had the idea to let you ride a Pokemon of any size, but they decided against it, which, I mean, it would be weird if you wanted to fly on a small Pidgey. Your 10-year-old character would actually crush that Pidgey, so it makes sense. Candy from Pokemon Go will not do anything in Let's Go. They weren't able to tell us whether if you would be able to transfer Pokemon from Let's Go and turn them into candy. So for all of you Pokemon Go fans that actually wanted to just farm a fuck ton of candy, does not seem like it's going to be the case. The ability to transfer from Go/Let's Go opens up about halfway through the game. So it doesn't start off right away in Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee, but it starts out about halfway. After that, you'll be able to do it freely. There are also mini games you can do when transferring lots of Pokemon over. Your partner Pokemon will take up one of your 6 party slots, and you'll be able to box it. Boxes work differently in that you now have a box in your bag. So it almost seems like the PC box is in your bag. That's wild. I'm interested to find out how that's going to work. And again, I will definitely credit the guy being at the conference, giving all this information. I'll leave his Twitter link down below. More Q&A details about the time of Masuda. You will not be able to evolve your partner Pokemon. We already talked about that. This is also the Pokeball, which you can be able to use. And it's just really cool. I like it. It's really cool. It also functions like a Pokewalker. So you hardcore Soul Silver fans will definitely love this because it functions kind of like that, where you can take a Pokemon on the go. Not more details are with that. We just saw that in the trailer, so we're just going based off that. There was plans for the Pokeball Plus beyond the Let's Go game/Go. They see it was the next iteration of the Go Plus. A 2019 game, and this is for Gen 8. Meanwhile, is what they see as their way to move the handheld experience forward, and they've been working on it since before the Switch released. So, to be fair, they probably had a Switch of their own before the Switch officially released, and they've been working on it before the Switch is released. This is confirmed by them, which is why they won't be as influenced by Go. So that generation game is coming out in 2019. The Gen 8 game does not look like it's going to be integrated by Pokemon Go. I'm going to see the Let's Go games as the next step for players brought in by Pokemon Go to continue with the series, which is why the catching interface/models are the same. Pokemon Quest, and this is a game that actually came out as well today. They dropped 2 Switch games in this conference. One came out today. It's kind of like a free-to-play RPG game that takes in-game currency, I think. Pokemon Quest, you will not be able to share data across platforms, but no internet connection is required to play it. We'll talk about Pokemon Quest another day, since this is not a Pokemon Quest video. So, as well, I'm really glad the Z-Moves are not in here, Mega Evolutions are not in here. It really just seems like that this is only a Generation 1 game, and you can see right here, as of right now, Masuda is saying that in general, only the original 150 Pokemon will be available in Let's Go. I'm assuming it's 151 because no way we're going to screw over Mew like that. There's literally no way. I'd assume Mew's going to be an event or some sort like that because, I mean, Mew's almost always hard to capture, so yeah. And it also says right now as well, trading and battling online between Switches will be available through online and local play. Now, this is actually really important because initially when the conference was going on, after we got the trailer, it was stated that we're not getting online play at all. No local or no online features whatsoever at all. Absolutely no Wi-Fi, only local, right? And that actually was debunked at the conference. It actually it was a mistranslation. And it actually means that now we will be getting online connectivity. That's really cool. It sucks though because the cooperative playthrough, where if you guys want to play multiplayer with your friends, I don't think that can be online, and I kind of wish that was. But you know, Nintendo, their whole thing is you gotta be IRL with your friends. You know what I mean? If you also look at, well, as of right now, we talked about this. 150 Pokemon will be available. Let's go. I know that also was confirmed as well that Alolan Mons are coming into this game as well. They weren't able to offer details about player customization, so And again, it's still early on. We're about like the game will be coming out about 6 months from now. Almost 5 months from now, actually, since May's we're basically 5 months from now the game will be coming out. So we're gonna be getting a chock full of information. The plot of Let's Go will not take you to Johto, Masuda says. The map of Kanto, however, will be very similar to the original landmass, but there will be graphical differences. So essentially, it's Kanto only. It's Pokemon Yellow, like I said again, Pokemon Yellow with Pokemon Go integration. And there is no going to Johto, which I know a lot of people are looking forward for that, just in terms of longevity, but Pokemon Go is still alive and thriving and making $1 million a day still to this date, so definitely can't say this game's gonna die anytime soon. Although there are some Alolan forms of Pokemon in Let's Go, there are otherwise no connections between it and Sun and Moon. So you can also put that into Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon as well. No connectivity at all. It just seems like there's gonna have some Alolan Mons from respective games inside of Pokemon Let's Go. There are, once again, 2 versions, means all the usual Pokemon differences apply, individual Pokemon, no plot differences. That's it for the second Q&A. So there, again, like I said, there will be game exclusive Mons you can be able to capture, like I'm assuming, like in the regular games, Scyther and Pinsir were 2 different games in Red and Blue. I'm assuming in this game, there are also going to be 2 different encounters in the Safari Zone, Scyther and Pinsir, of course, and, you know, Ninetales and Arcanine, you know, stuff like that, guys, stuff like that. You can also look as well when you see this trading and battling online. We actually talked about this as well. It says clarification: Wi-Fi and local play, no online. Oof, that is unfortunate. So it seems like there's only local Wi-Fi. That's a big shame. You can also see as well, I got a lot of Q&As here as well. Which it was confirmed by Takashi Mochizuki, sorry if I'm butchering the name, where you can see original 151, so it's different here, Mew is included, plus some from Alola. Keyword some, so we may not have all of them. And if you're wondering how to connect from Pokemon Go to Let's Go, it's through Bluetooth as well. There's a lot of information that was dropped today, which is really interesting. You can see from Eurogamer as well, if you guys want to talk about a 2019 game coming out, for the core RPG. It's not titled yet, but we all know it's going to be the Generation 8 game. They talked about that. That's the next step of the generation. It's set to be in the style of X and Y and Sun and Moon. This should appease competitive players, like myself, he's a competitive player, with the Let's Go aimed at a broad audience, a core RPG for everyone. So you can see Let's Go, they're definitely aiming toward people that really loved Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go is easily one of the largest selling games of all time. Like, I wouldn't say of all time, but the game did insane. The game did insane. For a game to go as viral and popular as it did for its time in 2016, smart move by them. Smart move by them. And that's all the information, my boys. That is all the information. Of course, if you guys learned something, if you love to know all this stuff that you like to know, by all means, hit that like button for me down below, guys. I'll be making a lot of content about Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Also, I'm first timer here and talking about informative stuff here when it comes on the channel, at least in a process like this. So let me know if you enjoyed it or not. And with that, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.